Hey, so, um, I'm going to be doing some channeling right now. Uh, Robin is here. Um, he wants to talk to you guys about some stuff, sign synchronicities, that kind of stuff, because of something that happened to me last night involving him. And I've also got, as I was turning on the camera, I realized that, so I'm sitting at a table and there's 3 other chairs around me. So Robin is right beside me right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's like standing he's like right here. And he's grabbing onto this hand. No, don't leave. It's not over yet. The summer. Canadian geese just flew off in like a V formation. I'm like, no, come back. So he's holding onto this hand. And then, okay, so in the chair right here, oh God, Heath Ledger. He's really pretty too. His smile, ah. Okay, so Heath Ledger's there. Like, Heath Ledger's there. Freddie Mercury is in that chair right there. He's saying hi, loves. Sorry, he said hi, love. But he's saying hi, love to everyone. I added the S on. He's making me recorrect, saying he said hi, love, not hi, loves. Sorry. And then directly in front of me in the other chair, it's Patrick Swayze. He's like, tell him what you and your friends call me. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure you guys have too. Sorry. So in front of me is Patrick Swayze me. And everyone's laughing at me. Okay, anyway, so I don't know why they're here. They popped in last night when I got back from the hospital. Explain that in a second. And apparently they're still, they've been hanging out here partying all night. Oh, gee. Really? Let's just say they're not completely sober. I need to find out the reasons for that. Well, okay, hang on. Why? Why are you guys partying? We're happy. We're proud of you. We're excited. New Earth now. New Earth now. New Earth now. Okay. So yes, I was in the hospital last night because I'm a klutz, and I think it also has something to do with we're still working on my self-love, and I think it does also have to do with the fact that there's something to be said about people who are, let's say, source players, because we really should try and stop using the label of angels and archangels, because there really isn't angels and archangels. It's human labels. And then it's just, from my understanding, it's just different skills and ways that you help other energy or beings or humans or spirit or souls or whatever, an awareness level. And it's just how much closer you are to one, to the I, to source, like to becoming one with the I. So, totally just went a little off topic. Gotta stop doing that. I feel like I should have like a pad of paper and notes and like kind of write as I'm talking, and then if I get off topic, just stop writing and then look back down and see what the last point was that I made. I don't know, but okay, so I did end up, right. So maybe we'll call me maybe a source player, because I've heard, I've been told I'm a source player, and I've heard about what source players are, and if there's no such thing as angels and archangels, and I've been told I'm beyond that anyway, then source player would make sense. So if that's what I am, that I'm guessing that also means I'm not used to I'm not used to being fully human. I'm getting yes from that, which makes me more susceptible to being clumsy and falling and hurting myself. So I think there's an element of that too. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm absolutely wrong. I admit this is what I'm getting. I don't know. So I fell. I was walking back from my place out in the field because I forgot to turn on the back light. Well, my light, my outside light. And I was walking back. I wasn't walking frantically. But I should have been more careful watching where I was stepping. I thought I was walking through clear space. And something round was all of a sudden underneath my foot, and I just rolled my ankle. And I thought that I had... Sorry. Oh my gosh, sorry. Excuse me. Maybe 4 years ago now. I told the doctors 2 to 3, but I think it was more like 3 to 4, because it was definitely before all this craziness hit 2-ish years ago, if you know what I'm talking about. Don't want to say certain words right now because we just don't. And what had happened was never, never, never try walking on your feet when they're asleep, okay? Hard lesson learned on my end. I was sitting cross-legged on my couch, and I stood up to go get myself some dinner, and I took a step, and I was just like, oh, my foot feels really interesting. That's really cool. I should watch how I step. I think it took maybe 3 steps, and I just, instead of stepping down flat on my foot, I stepped my full weight down on my ankle. On like my ankle, like right on the corner of my ankle, full weight, and I just like dropped, and I immediately felt like I was going to throw up. And I've never actually really broken anything before, and I'd always heard you feel like you're going to throw up when you break something. Yeah, no, you're actually going to throw up. It's not that you feel like it, you're going to. And I had to stop myself from throwing up, although, because the way I landed, my head like landed basically in my dog's bed, and my dog was just sitting there staring at me, and I'm just like, big help you are, thanks bud. But like, I was like, don't throw up, because you're gonna throw up all over your dog and his bed. But like, I literally was going to throw up. And so what ended up happening was I sprained my ankle really, really bad, and I had snapped the tendon so hard that a piece of the bone had, like, the tendon snapped so hard that a piece of the bone on the top of my foot had snapped off. So I thought that that's what I'd done last night, because you should see the lump that's on the top of my foot in the same area, around the same area. And it went like pale and slightly blue, and it's like went completely swollen. And I was freaking out, because I'm like, I'm here by myself. I can't afford an ambulance. I've never dealt with having to go to the hospital alone before. Sorry. I do know that was kind of ripping a band-aid off for me for going forward in the future, for if I need an emergency services and I'm alone. I've now done it, so I can do it again. I know that's part of what it was, but I really didn't want to call 911, and I really didn't want to go to the hospital. I can't even remember specifics right now, but there was all these reasons going on in my head spinning, and I was like, no, no, no. I ended up having to. I could not. I'm sitting here by myself outside. It's freezing. I can't move. My foot's turning blue. And then especially when my friend pointed out, if there is something broken, and then with like blood loss, like the blood circulation, and then just with like, and then the one paramedic had pointed out something else about, and she just said, just make sure, just go get an x-ray just to make sure, because if it is broken, like, you don't want to mess around with that. So I ended up getting the courage to go. I ended up getting the courage to call 911, and the paramedics that arrived were so nice. The woman who did the most of the talking actually had a similar injury just a few months ago, so she was completely empathetic. And the guy, he was super cute. Pretty sure, no, I'm not pretty sure, I know he was part my husband. My husband's spirit was influencing or had popped in within him, absolutely influencing him in the very least. And he was amazing. I was just like, I explained about the ambulance. I'm like, I can't afford an ambulance. Like, I told him kind of my situation, and I'm freaking out, and I'm in so much pain. I'm crying. I'm like, I've lost everything, and blah, blah. And he was just like, when it rains, it pours, eh? And he coached me through my pain. He coached me through breathing. Like, he reminded me, he's like, relax, because like the more you breathe harder and the more tense up and the more the more in pain you're going to be. So he's just like, relax and breathe. And he was so sweet and just had like a little bit of that playful energy to him. So that was amazing. And I didn't have to do anything. Everyone in the hospital, just like, I was put, so they ambulanced me to the hospital, and then they ended up getting me in a wheelchair, and I was just pushed around by everyone. I didn't have to go through, I didn't have to register, because I don't even have my health card, and they're just like, don't even worry about it. And they pushed me around and did everything for me. I just had to sit there. The woman that took me to do the x-rays, the x-ray tech, she was wonderful. She again just coached me through it, just constantly like, you're doing so great, sweetie, you're doing so good, we're almost done. Like, told me like, you know, she had to take a few more pictures, like just walked me through it, because I was in a lot of pain. So I just got a text from the people I'm staying with right now. I'd asked them if they wouldn't mind, if I transfer them money, they wouldn't mind getting me some extra strength Tylenol and Advil, because I have nothing. And I can transfer the money, and they just said sure, of course. So because they asked me last night, like, is there anything we can get for you, do you need anything? But I was already in bed by the time that they messaged out when they got back. So yeah, so the x-ray tech was amazing. And then she brought me to ambulatory care would have been where, was it ambulatory? No, because that would have been ambulatory, that's ambulance. I don't know, they brought me to the one place to wait for the doctor to talk to me about the results. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm in pain or whatever. I'm like crying, and it takes a little bit, and then all of a sudden I start getting pulled backwards. And now this is where we're going to start talking. Robin, now this is where Robin wanted to talk about signs and synchronicities and signals and walk-in avatars and pop-ins and just watch who you're talking to and watch for the signs. So I'm sitting there in this little wheelchair thing, and all of a sudden I'm getting pulled backwards. And I hear, I'm pulling you backwards, I'm driving you backwards here, I'm driving you backwards. And I was just like, just as I was about to say, it's okay, I trust you, I hear, sorry, I'm a really bad driver. Remember that, the whole I'm a really bad driver thing. And I was just like, I was just about to say, I trust you. And he's like, no, I'm a really bad driver. Oh, I'm a bad driver, but I'm a good doctor. I'm a really good doctor. And I was just like, well, I think I'd prefer you being a good doctor. If you're going to be a bad driver, I prefer you be a good doctor. And then he turns me around to the computer and he sits down to show me the x-rays. And he kept insisting, he made sure, he said several times over and over again, his name was Dr. Bob. Dr. Bob, Dr. Bob. And I'm like, right away, so he said Dr. Bob, I'm like, Robin, why is it Robin Williams? Why am I thinking Robin Williams? Robin's laughing right now. He's laughing. I'm like, why? Why am I thinking Bob? What is Bob associated with Robin Williams? Bob. RV. Bob. That's his name in RV. I just watched RV recently, and I've been thinking about it again, and now I'm rewatching it just because of last night. Dr. Bob. Robin was my doctor last night, and he had Robin Williams energy. Absolutely. He was funny, he was kind, he was warm, he made me feel completely comfortable. Just the way he explained things, he really is a wonderful doctor. He was a wonderful doctor. And Robin Williams was my doctor last night. Whether he popped in or he was influencing that, excuse me, but his name was Dr. Bob for a reason. He made sure I knew his name was Dr. Bob for a reason, and he made sure that he mentioned about his bad driving several times for multiple reasons, because when I got back, I put on RV, and it hit me right at the beginning of the movie. All it is Robin having huge problems with that damn RV, driving it, and the whole movie he's having problems with the RV driving it. And then what really got me was the one part when his wife in the movie goes, it's okay, kids, your dad's not a very good driver, or your dad's a bad driver. She said something about him being a bad driver, and I lost it, and I was like, Robin. Dr. Bob is Robin. Robin Williams was my doctor. He helped me out. That was Robin, absolutely. And this is what will happen. this is what will happen. Keep your eyes open. And that's just it, because I might not have necessarily clued into that as much, but the face masks. So I wasn't focusing on what his face looks like, because I wanted to, because I was like, Robin, and I wanted to see what his face looked like, but I couldn't. But what I could tell, what I could notice and pay attention to, besides his voice and his actions and his energy and his words, was his eyes. And they had blue Robin Williams eyes, and they had beautiful, pure, positive light and love in them. Only took a quick couple glances, because my social anxiety needed to remember to start doing that more. But I know from what I remember in my head, those were Robin Williams' eyes. It was his energy. It was his personality. One of his personalities. Wait, are you still... Oh, he popped in on this. Oh, he's on this side now. He was on that side. He's now on this side. Uriel's on this side now. Uriel just popped in. Well, Uriel was always... He was like, I was always here. Sorry, Uriel was always here, but now he's making me realize he's here. Uriel's here, and Robin's beside me on this side. So, yeah, it was a really cool, beautiful experience. The hospital can be... I have close people in my life where they have been completely traumatized and basically tortured in a hospital, particularly in the mental health unit, and it's really disgusting, and it's really messed up, and I know that there's beyond levels for it. At times it's been a good thing, but other times it's really not been, and it's been beyond. And I know that on a beyond level, things are getting worked out and fixed. It has to. Oh. I'm getting from Uriel, oh yeah, there's a lot of being worked out right now. Oh. He's going like this. But I can tell it's intense, and it's important, and it's heavy. There's a lot being worked out right now on many levels, but with that stuff. So anyway, without getting into being heavy and all that stuff, so keep your eye out when you're talking to people. You know, watch for those signs and synchronicities. If you have a guide or a loved one or an energy or someone that's an energy that you really love and you want them to be around you, whether it's a loved one or a celebrity, I'm just getting a phone call. Sorry about that. Even if it's a quote unquote celebrity, like we'll go back with, oh, Heath's waving at me. He's like, use me as an example. It's like, if you guys love me. He's saying, if you guys love me, look around, keep your eye open. I'll be popping in. Patrick and Freddie are agreeing also. They're saying, yeah, we come around, we pop in. Like, we'll pop into you. Because remember, we all have this natural ability, and we're all getting closer to it. Those who are ascending, those who are deciding to ascend. Those who decide to stay behind is fine, but they're just not going to be seeing what we're seeing, right? So, just checking with Uriel, and he's like, yeah, you got it. So, Robin, is there anything that you were... Oh, okay, he's coming in. Hello. I was Chantel's doctor. Pretty cool, eh? A, 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 A. C for Canadian, A. A for Alpha. A for Canadian. A. So, absolutely. Watch for those signs and synchronicities, symbols. Remember, like we said before, there's no such thing as coincidences, only synchronicities. And if you see or feel or think or anything, something, anything, and if you're wondering it's me or Heath or Patrick or Freddie or one of your loved ones or any other one that you admire that's transitioned back to their original, pure, beautiful energy form, it's them. It's us. Because we're here. I still exist. I do exist. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. Who important? We're here. Watch for us. We're here. We're everywhere. We're around you, whether you can see us or not. The signs are everywhere. Look for those roses. Look for the blue Robin Williams eyes, as Chantel likes to say. She's going to be embarrassed that I teased her about that. She's about 99. We're at about 99%. She's pretty far gone, which is pretty cool. So, blue Robin Williams eyes, blue Robin Williams eyes. Chantel loves me, loves me, loves me. Chantel has a crush on me, and she has a crush on Heath, and she's got a crush on Patrick, she's got a crush on Freddie, she's got a crush on Uriel, she's got a crush on so many, and it's so cute, and we tease her. We've got a crush on everybody. Does Chantel have a crush on everybody? She's not gonna be happy. Okay. 1 second. Uriel just tried to push it on me. I don't think so. My time with my girl. So, watch for those signs and synchronicities. They're there. But don't be looking for them, like we've said before. If you look for them, you're going to be reaching and you're going to be making stuff up. There is something to be said about manifesting, but if you're just starting out, you don't want to be messing your mind around on that because you're learning, okay? Just relax. And if you happen to see something, no, go with it. It is what it is. Watch. Chantel's lips really are, eh? Yeah. Pasties. She just woke up, though. Just saying, she just woke up. So, she's actually, we do need a sip of water. Hang on. So watch for them. Don't search, don't look, but be aware, keep an eye out. When I say watch, I'm saying be aware and keep an eye out, but don't be looking and reaching. Because that's when you're going to, like I said, mess things around. And if you're not quite there with the understanding of manifestation and like instant manifestation and how things work, you don't want to twist things around and make it complicated on yourself, okay? We pop into people, we influence people, we enjoy our big boy toys. We're talking about the guys here. We enjoy our big boy toys. You know, airplanes, trucks, scooters, construction, alarms on police cars and ambulances and fire trucks. Those are fun. Whoop whoop. You hear that around you. One quick whoop whoop. Chances are it's me. Just a quick signal. Not that it didn't need it on a human level, but we can work it around that the situation it happens around you. That your awareness is, the awareness of it is around you. We're everywhere. You can't get away from us. And it's not a scary thing. It is what it is. We're everywhere. So just let us in. Okay, I think I'm going to let Chantel come back in. And I'm going to get her to try and ask me some questions about this. We're going to practice. Because she needs the practice on asking more questions. And just repeating what she hears. So I'm going to come out and I'm going to have her ask questions about all this. We'll see if I can get her to ask questions about all this. We're going to try. I really don't want to go, though, because she's so far down. Oh, man, she's got to be at around 99%. She's not at 100, but she's at like 99%. I don't want to let her, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. This is great. Uriel's kind of in with us right now. We're just kind of talking. I just don't want to go. And the thing is, if she wanted me to go, she can push me out easily. Like, I'd go. I wouldn't stay without, if she didn't want me to. So it's okay that I'm here. I don't want to go yet. Okay, so, Chantel needs to practice, but this here is good practice for her, though, too. With how far down we are, especially how far down she is, especially if we're going to start doing live streaming and stuff. If we're going to do live trance. She needs to practice this. Okay, so let's talk about New Earth. New Earth. Okay, Chantel saw a picture this morning on... Someone uploaded, I think it was a YouTube video. Someone she follows uploaded a YouTube video, and they had a picture on their screen. The cover picture was of a dust, dirt-covered, dried-out brown planet, which is old Earth, and you could see it merged out, the energy around it, and the energy had merged out and cleared into, and then there was still its new energy, and it was New Earth, and it was beautiful. So it kind of confuses Chantel. She's starting to get it more now, but it kind of confuses Chantel on how this is going to work with people being in 3D, but also us being in New Earth. It's going to be that those of you who are part of the mass conscious awareness that's rising and ascending into 5D, your entire being is changing. Your entire awareness level is rising up closer and closer to the I and becoming one again. The way you function is going to be different. We've mentioned it many times now because this is one of the coolest things that's happening right now is the hovering. Technically, yes, your feet are still on the ground, but it feels like you're hovering. Your energy, your feet, your body is still on the ground, but your energy is hovering because you're vibrating so high. So technically, in a sense, yes, your body is on the ground, but you are hovering as you move. There's just going to be this overall peace and contentedness and relaxation for the mass that no one has ever experienced before. We're all going to be taken care of. You are all going to be taken care of. Big things are coming. I can't say more than that, but big things are coming. Big things that were supposed to happen on certain dates in the past, but other things ended up happening, and everything happens for a reason. But let's just say the big things that are good that end up happening, those were supposed to happen when Chantal was in high school. We're just going to leave it at that. She's got a hair in her nose. So, big things are coming. That is going to help change the world permanently. You are going to feel this peace and calm and contentedness on a consistent basis. Your pain and suffering is going to get sucked out of you faster, more and more. Your telepathic abilities are going to become very strong. You are going to become the healthiest that you have ever been. You will become your ideal weight. You will not be too big. You will not be too thin. You will be what is right for you, that makes you feel best. You will love yourself, and you will love everyone. Everything will seem so much brighter, more colorful. They'll almost seem, for Chantal, it will almost seem like there's a tinge of pink over everything. It might be a different color for you. It might not be that at all. Maybe everything's just going to glow gold. Have a shimmer of gold to it. You're going to start seeing insects you've never seen before. Animals are going to be a lot less weary of you. And then there's going to be those who decide to live in 3D. And it's fine, because it's not going to affect you guys at all. They are in their own little joke that they created, which is fine. Because free will. You were all handed this beautiful gift. And we said, learn, play, discover, be. Do what you want with it. And it was turned into chaos, which is fine. But now everyone has been handed the maps. The lights are all turned on, the paths are all clear, the doors are all open. Everyone's been handed their keys. So everyone is welcome to join us. We don't push people. Let me correct myself. We push people. But you can lead a horse to water. You can push the horse to water. But you can't make it drink. You can try and force the water down the horse's throat all you want, but you're forcing it down its throat, and it's going to keep it healthy and alive. But it's not going to be actually enjoying it and taking it in for itself. You're forcing it to just because you're trying to keep it alive. You can't force this stuff on anyone who's not ready for it and doesn't want it. You can, but it's not going to sit with them in the way that it's sitting with you. It's not going to be real for them in the way it is for you. Everyone's in their own process and their own journey. So for those who want to sit in the joke that they created, that's chaos, that's fine. Because as soon as they realize where they are and they want out, come join us. And if you're having help getting out, we'll come get you and we'll lead you out. It's just that there's going to be this separation that you can't see, but you can just feel, and you just know. You know that you're living in a higher dimension alongside those who are living in a lower dimension. It's very similar as to what, say, Sasquatch. Sasquatch can move between dimensions. Sasquatch lives beside us in the higher dimension. We just don't see it because it can hide in the higher dimension. That's going to be the same for you guys. You guys are residing now, entering and going to reside in this higher dimension, 5D, and it's just going to keep getting higher. We're going to the more and more we all come together, we keep ascending higher. It's not just going to stay in 5D, it's going to get higher and higher and higher. It's going to keep going until we are all in on it. And once that happens, we get to go beyond. And what's beyond? It's a surprise. You're not allowed to know. I'm not even fully allowed to know. And if I'm going to be honest, I don't fully know and I don't fully understand. But it's all pure love, and we've been working our asses off to make sure it's pure love. Yin and yang, the light is the dark and the dark is the light. There's always going to be darkness within it. But the thing is that darkness isn't as dense as you go up higher each step. It's still considered dark, but it's dark that's light. New Earth now is happening. There's chaos in many people's personal lives for reasons. Because where you're headed, you cannot bring that dense baggage with you at all. It does not work. It vibrates too low. So if there's something that's attached to you that is too low vibrational and too dense, it's going to be taken away from you. Whether it's going to be by your choice, it's always by your choice, but whether it's going to be consciously by your choice or whether it's going to feel like it's being ripped away from you. But remember, whatever is taken away from you, you're going to get back at least tenfold in more ways than you could ever, ever, ever imagine. That's why I say, and I will continue to say, be careful what you wish for. You want to help with the homeless? If you've lived in a bubble your whole life, you'll end up in a shelter. You're going to know that it's for a reason. You're going to be okay with it because you know that that's what you asked for. But good luck. I'm being honest. I'm not saying it in a mean way. I'm not saying good luck. I am actually saying good luck because it's not easy. And I admire those of you who do decide to take those paths. If you want to help, but you haven't had experience and you've been living in a bubble, you're going to be pushed out of that bubble because you cannot help properly unless you're able to empathize to at least a certain extent. So you're going to be pushed out of your bubble. You're going to be pushed out of your nest. Things are going to be taken away from you and it's going to be hard. But once you feel like you've got nothing left, that's all you can go is up. Because that's where we're headed, is up, up, up. And if you're watching this and you're aware of any of this, then you're already doing it. You're already getting there. Those who are part of Chantel's group, you guys get it. We need to cough. Hang on. You guys all get it to a certain extent in your own ways, different levels of awareness. Anyone who comes across this video, if you searched something along this topic, you get it to a certain extent. The only ones who aren't getting it are the ones that are really, really, really stuck in the 9-to-5 absolute chaos, not able to see bigger things. It's the ones who aren't able to say, I understand that there's something more than this. It is what it is, and it's going to work out to be good in the end. Those ones aren't quite there yet. But that's okay. That's part of their journey. And when they're ready, they will get there. And we welcome everyone with completely open arms. As for the rest of us, though, it's getting the time where we're allowed to rest and relax because we've been working really, really, really hard. There's been some really, really, really fucked up shit that has happened to Chantel and her trifecta. There's been some really fucked up shit that has happened to other people that you may or may not know of, and who you may or may not know of. It's been a really hard battle. And that's why if you're someone where you've got dark energy around you and it's just coming at you and saying things to you and constantly just in your ear, it's because it knows it's already done. It's literally like a little child going up to an adult going, you're mean, you're mean, you're mean, you're mean, you're mean, I don't like you. Hold its forehead at arm's length and just let it try and swing at you. It can't do a thing. It's going to be annoying. It's going to feel dark. It's definitely going to feel like it's draining your energy. But just know it can't last this way for too much longer. It is unable to. Any spirit energy, so we're not going to talk about energy that's human and alive and stuff, like alive in their avatars. We're going to talk about energy that's beyond. Any energy that is beyond, that is refusing to go forward and is trying to, okay, let me rephrase. Refusing to go forward, that's fine. If you don't want to, free will, your choice. At the same time, for the energy that is choosing not to go forward, but is trying to mess with those who are going forward and is trying to stop this process, they are being reprocessed. Because this cannot happen anymore. It is unable to. It's not punishment. It is literally unable to happen. This energy that is going after those who are ascending and trying to stop the ascension process are being reprocessed. We can't do it with every low vibrational energy out there because there is free will, yin and yang, and it does circle around to being good in the end. As long as it circles around being good in the end, we let it be. It has to be that way. But if it's breaking universal laws beyond, we're talking beyond universal laws. The only words that I can say for you guys to understand is universal laws, but this is a beyond level that I can't explain right now. If they're breaking universal laws and they refuse to work with us and turn around, they have to be reprocessed. It's not a punishment. It is, we have to reprocess that energy because it is unable to continue being that way. It is breaking universal laws, and it is not okay. That's all I can say for now. But just know this is all very real. It is happening. It's happening fast. People's families are exploding for a reason. People's lives are exploding for a reason. So keep watching for those signs, those synchronicities, those signals. You're going to be getting upgrades, downloads. If you haven't yet, watch the videos that Chantel posts in the, the tutorials or whatever. She's going to be adding more. Watch those videos. It's the genre doesn't matter. Ignore the genre. If you don't like the type of music, who cares? Ignore that part. Listen to the music. Listen to the words. Listen to the lyrics. Watch the video. It's signs, synchronicities, symbols. Chantel is going to be uploading a video today. Sharing a video. It's Baby Talk by Miley Cyrus. That music video really used to freak Chantel out and disgusted her because she could only see. She was only really looking at the video and hearing certain lyrics. And it freaked her out. But now with where she's at, she understands. It's recalibration and exposing truth. She's Miley. You guys know, for those of you guys who've been following Chantel from kind of the beginning, you guys know she came in like a wrecking ball. 1 second.